This week's AI story is not a new product release. It is what happens when an AI rollout meets the organization that has to live with it. Manager engagement is slipping. Some employees are pushing back against AI adoption. Companies are flattening. HR teams are experimenting with AI in pay decisions at the same time. Fairness questions are becoming legal questions. The common thread is trust plus capacity. Welcome to Paper Cut. AI adoption is a management job. Someone has to set expectations, decide what needs verification, and coach new habits into daily work. When managers are engaged, that translation happens. When they are not, adoption becomes surface level. Employees do just enough to be seen. The tool becomes another task rather than an improvement. That is also why motivation erodes quickly in many organizations. People start with energy, then priorities shift. Feedback becomes inconsistent, and managers stop having time to coach. Over time, the work system feels incoherent, and people disengage. The headline story this week is Backlash. Some Gen Z workers are reported to be sabotaging AI rollouts. Whether or not you like the word sabotage, the behavior is familiar. People resist when they do not trust the value exchange. Most resistance will look ordinary. Minimal adoption. Using the tool only when visible. Avoiding it when the risk is higher. Leaders interpret activity as progress. Employees experience pressure without clear upside. There is also a reliability problem. When a company promotes AI heavily while warning users not to rely on it for serious use, employees hear mixed incentives. Adopt it, but do not trust it. That is not a recipe for commitment. Backlash gets worse inside flatter organizations. Many companies are widening spans and pushing player-coach leadership. Fewer layers means less coaching and slower escalation. It also means managers are expected to execute, manage, and carry change simultaneously. That is how you get frustration. People are asked to adopt new tools, keep output rising, and self-manage more. In that environment, AI becomes a lightning rod for broader workplace dissatisfaction. Entry-level routes are becoming the credibility test for employer brands. Some employers are still investing in early career development. Others are tightening the on-ramp. Students are reacting by changing majors and trying to future-proof earlier. AI also changes how people stand out. When tools homogenize outputs, screening becomes harder and the early career signal gets weaker. The long-term risk is a slower start that follows people for years. Pay is where trust becomes tangible. HR teams are experimenting with AI to support compensation decisions. Even when the intent is consistency, the trust risk is obvious. If employees cannot understand how pay is set, fairness questions multiply. Legal scrutiny of HR systems increases that risk. If systems are opaque, reputational damage and legal exposure become more likely. Quits are also low. In many markets, that signals caution. When people feel cautious, they pay closer attention to fairness and transparency inside the system. Disney has made more cuts. Tech layoffs are piling up in the first quarter, and many are framed as AI-related. There are also reports of large planned cuts at Amazon. Even if a company is not cutting, employees track the wider market. That shapes risk appetite and changes how AI rollouts are interpreted. The takeaway is simple. AI adoption depends on manager capacity. Flatter orgs need redesign support. Entry-level routes matter more than marketing. Pay systems must be explainable. People will adapt to new tools. They will not adapt to fog. Thanks for tuning in to Paper Cut. Don't let Monday catch you off guard. Subscribe now. See you next week.